Welcome to this very special Mol België Season 14 episode of Reality TV Warriors. My name's Michael Hamstone, and joining me on Sunday at Kinepolis to watch the finale was Horseboy himself, Logan Saunders, as well as Papa Bear Gilles de Costa and all three finalists. This is the non-spoilery bit of the episode, so I will say if you've not seen the finale yet, please go back and watch it. It was absolutely fab. We enjoyed it both times we watched it, and this is the highlight of our year on the calendar. We look forward to it every year, and as you might have picked up on last week's episode, I wasn't having the best of weeks. It was good to have this to look forward to, is all I'll have to say. I would also like to take the opportunity, before we get into the episode proper, to say thank you to Gilles and Isabelle and everyone at Play for inviting us. It was an absolutely fantastic event again. We had so much fun, and I'm very excited for you to hear our chats. So, without further ado, here is Diary of a Mole Finale 5. Yeah, the one that says record,
yeah.
So
don't include that bit at the beginning.
Why it's fun. So it's 2:18 and we have seen the reveal. Do you still think Julie's Mole Saunders?
At this point, I'm really reconsidering that suspicion.
So for the first time in human history, I have been right at a finale and you have been wrong at a finale at the same time.
Yeah, I guess everything's got to happen at least once, right?
Yeah, but Gilles not going to be happy when we speak to him. He whispered in my ear when Julius revealed his winner, "Don't get smug yet."
Yeah. He just want to really savor those last 90 seconds or so.
Yeah, I'm going to get smug. I'm going to get really smug.
Hello, good sirs.
Hello. The first question is the one that I know you'll want everyone to know the answer to. How was the pastel de nata I gave you?
It was rather good, actually.
Yeah,
you are
I was
quite a talented.
pleasantly
baker.
surprised that you enjoyed it.
Does the British Bake Off still exist?
Yes, it does, surprisingly.
Well then,
Yeah.
that's your next step.
Yeah. Second, can you laugh at him, please, because he was wrong.
I already did.
Yeah. But I want it on audio.
You want
This
it
has
documented.
been a miserable run.
Yeah.
Mr. Saunders.
Are you,
The whole year, really.
yeah. Are you aware of his pool team? The fact he
I'm
had
aware
5 of the first 6
Yeah,
boots.
he lost nearly everyone.
He lost everyone in the triple elimination. Yes. He lost.
Yeah.
It's been a bad year.
No one's following me into battle anymore, I don't
This is
think.
quite a smug character
Yeah.
for being wrong all these years. Don't you think?
The curse is broken.
He's been waiting 7 years to get a win.
Yeah.
Maybe we should let him have his moment.
Yeah.
For but now it's enough. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it said it all that you had to whisper to me, "Don't get cocky yet. Don't get cocky yet."
No, it was the only chance I had to troll you, so I had to say it.
He checks in he leaves on a flight tomorrow, so
Now's
I'll
the
listen.
time for being a graceful winner.
No, it's not that. Unbearable winner. Did you enjoy the season?
I did.
I mean,
very much so.
obviously. I think it was a bit more playful than Thailand as a season as well.
Maybe so. I don't know about it. Wasn't our intention to be more playful, but I have a great feeling for this season, primarily because of the 12 cast. The 12 contestants who were absolutely delightful, all of them, and who made us laugh a whole lot. And that's the most important thing. Every mole-related action, every game we try to think of is, to me, a little bit less important than the strength of the group, and I think it was a very lovely group to follow.
Yeah, it's always my argument that your version of the mole is about the group, and yes, there's the challenges and everything, but it's primarily about the adventure of the people.
I see it first as a reality show, but in a good way, being a reality show and then as a game show. I think it makes for better TV and a more enjoyable experience.
I agree.
In future seasons, whenever you have a song playing on the soundtrack, is it going to be Yannis doing the cover for every song from now on?
We have extra budget because we haven't had to mic her once during the season. She's so loud. She kept getting on everyone else's mic. She's a lovely lady, isn't she? She's a right laugh. I mean, I enjoyed her. The fact that she laughs at everything, and she thoroughly and genuinely enjoys being there, and I appreciate that in some way. But it's very loud.
How much easier logistically was this season compared to Thailand?
Quite a lot, I would say. Because of course you're in Europe and it's a little easier. I don't know exactly why, but it's a little easier. No time difference. All of our gear was transported over land with like trucks and semis. That helps a lot. Also, it's a fantastic country. I don't know if you've been to Portugal.
Yeah.
You should.
Yep.
Okay. It's great. It's beautiful, and people are lovely. We had a very, very talented local crew who I cannot thank enough. So yeah, probably quite a lot easier, but not easy by any stretch. No season is easy.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of challenges to overcome, but this one probably a little easier than last year.
Yeah.
Are we going to have a season 15?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
I presume you've already started looking at the locations for it.
No, more than that. We have a location.
Oh, really?
We have a central.
And it's Canada. Yeah. It's Canada, right, for next season?
I'm afraid I cannot comment. Sorry. Wouldn't it be great if you could get to stay at home and that he has to cross an ocean?
This was cut from last week's episode, but we were actually talking about where we thought you were going to go next, and I did joke that Canada, about the time of year that you film, would work. Because there's still a lot of Canada that isn't cold.
It would work. No, I'm sure of it. It would work, but I think it would be hideously expensive as well.
Yes.
Which is a problem for us. We do this with a heart and soul, but we remain a little part of a very small country. So it's hard to find the budget to go to New Zealand or Japan or Brazil or Canada. I would have done it already.
Talking of countries you want to go to, I brought the jumper with me to Japan in December.
That is cool.
Yeah, I took that just for you, literally
jealous.
for you.
Yeah. Enjoyable, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. Sure. It was. My brother was over there for work, and we tagged on a couple of weeks beforehand to go travelling, and it was just. I loved it even more than I thought I was going to. It's just a lovely country, and actually quite affordable at the moment. Probably not for you, but.
You mean to get there or to live there?
Just everything once you're there.
Once you're there.
Outside of the getting there, it's the end's very weak at the moment.
Yeah.
So Japan Airlines, if you're listening, we're open to any kind of deal.
Yeah.
I will prostitute myself.
Yeah. I know a neighborhood in Tokyo where that happens.
Sure you do.
And a stable.
Oh, there's no horses here. I'm sorry. I forgot to provide it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll manage.
He's getting the DTs.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, there was a story involved from in Vernon there where there was a guy that got involved with a horse.
Literally did it.
Yeah.
Literally did the thing that we've been joking about.
Like
Logan
the same town where I live.
And the same
guy was
age.
the same age as me too.
Oh, and it's not you.
No, it wasn't me. No. In the words of Shaggy, it wasn't me.
But I made so much fun of it.
Of course you did. And you should keep making fun.
Yeah. Where did the ideas for the fake visitors come from? Because that's so inspired.
Yeah.
It's very weird when you haven't had the idea beforehand, because when you see it on paper, it immediately jumps to your eyes as the perfect idea. It's like a minimal in the moon. It's very fun, or at least it has great potential for fun. And we don't know why we haven't thought of it earlier. So we immediately did it, but we regretted it sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Because it's a bitch to organize. It really is. And there's a lot of moving factors and a lot of moving parts that you need to get right and to get just right. And
8 different fake visitors, wasn't it, I think?
8.
Yeah.
8 in total. You wouldn't know which you would need, but you'd need a couple more per candidate, because I've explained this before, but if, for instance, we had found someone for Julie, whose boyfriend was going to come over, the extra would have been okay with Julie kissing him.
Yeah.
Should Julie have decided to do that?
Yeah.
She hasn't, but should she want to play it like that, then, the extra can't say, oh no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So it was hard to find suitable people, and once you had them, you had to keep them on standby. You had to hope that they had no other engagements, or because in their schedule it was like 1 or 2 days in October or November, not knowing if they would have to leave. So I would have thought maybe some of these guys would take other engagements. That was possible. Then once in Portugal, we have to monitor them very closely, because there was a 3-hour bus ride involved, and so we couldn't run the risk of them discussing their loved ones amongst themselves, because 2 of them wouldn't have a clue about who they were going to meet. So we had to tell jokes in a bus. 2 of our team went on the bus and started to tell jokes like bad tour guides and went to castles and beautiful plants on the side of the road.
Yeah.
So we were very, very happy once that was over.
How much? What was like Yannis's guideline for the interrogation? For like, was
None
he?
whatsoever.
No, was it more of like,
Yannis
hey, whatever?
takes no guidelines. He doesn't need them, and he was absolutely delectable.
Yeah, he was fab. I couldn't have imagined anyone better in that
I was
role.
sat just behind the camera watching him and thinking, this is
Yeah.
this is unreal, because he is the very bad 80s school teacher, school principal, trying to find who blew his tires or something. It's so funny, so funny to watch.
It was an inspired choice doing the behind the scenes as well. We've had that subtitle this year as well, and
cool.
it's been fab. I loved it.
Well, all of that's credit to Jan, our editor, who's fantastic, and it was also a subtitle. That's cool.
Yeah, as is Café de Mol this year. This is the first year Café de Mol's been
So
subtitled.
finale is this only
It is.
that you haven't seen subtitled, but
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
the gist of it. I
Yeah,
guess.
weirdly we had a message on Discord probably half an hour ago saying, do you guys watch it with the English subs when you're at the finale? And I'm like, no, but we can get 70-80% of it. It's only really the suspicions at the end that I don't note down yet, because I do that when I do when we get the English subs,
really
which
matter
don't
in
matter.
the end.
Yeah. What qualities do you think Wout has as a good mole?
Well, he's very unafraid.
Yeah.
And he stands out because he's next to 2 meters tall.
Yeah, I was
so
going to say he's a giant
he
human
always
being.
stands out, but he's a gentle giant.
Yeah.
And he is instantly likable. He is I don't know, what's it, a gardener? No.
Yeah, he's a gardener.
He's a gardener, so that's you don't single him out in the first seconds as being one potential mole.
Yeah.
But he's so clever and so daring, and he has done some stuff which I think he should be commended for, like for instance the elimination with the buttons, where there were 3 rounds, playing it in the second round. A lesser mole would have waited the third, but then you have the excuse, we've already taken 3,000, it's easy for me to. Then it's like a zero-sum game, and he didn't do that. He went full throttle to try to entice others, which worked, to push the button in the third round. And he didn't feel good about it that evening, because it's a hard choice to make, and because you have to go sit there
In front of everyone.
the loser, which you're back to everyone. That's not a nice.
No.
That's not a nice moment in his muleship, but he's proud of it, and rightly so. But it was a hard moment.
Yeah.
And I admire that. It takes guts.
Yeah, because that was something that I suspected he had done, was go into it pressing on the second button, because it then gives everyone permission to press on the third one.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
You could do it on the first, but the fact was that just a couple of hours before that, they had stood in a church and no one had taken off the blindfold, and there was this kind of great group.
Yeah.
Should he have done it in the first, he would have been very suspicious.
Yeah.
He would have stood out maybe a little bit too much, so he decided to do it on the second round, or in the second round, which was just as fine.
Yeah.
Which really lit up the fuse, so that's a great job.
Because a lot of the reasons that I suspected him this season was going back to what you said to me last year of don't overthink it. There is an ideal position, but the mole can operate from any position. I looked at the challenges and went, what would I do as mole? And a lot of the times he did that.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
Maybe
should be a gardener. I don't know.
maybe I've worked it out now finally after 7 finales or whatever it is at this point that we've been to. 6.
But in the end, it always seems logical in the
Yeah.
end when you know everything. But sometimes you look at things happening and you can't square them with the idea of having a mole in their midst. But he was fantastic.
Yeah.
And don't overthink it. Yeah, sometimes you have to, sometimes you don't. In this case, it's clear you didn't have to.
Yeah, I had to just get out of my own head for once.
Well, how does it feel?
Vindication, I think is the word.
Yes. Well, no, vindication would be after the 7th right.
Yeah.
So
Doing it again
now
next
is
year
the
would be
goal, yeah.
vindication. Actually proving that it wasn't a fluke more than anything.
You're at -6 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else on this?
I think we covered most of it.
Yeah, I think we covered everything we wanted to.
Yeah.
Saunders wants to forget the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as possible.
This whole year, pretty much.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, he got the Dutch one wrong as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's even harder to get wrong, no?
In this case for this year it was, yeah.
It was pretty obvious.
So
it was.
You might have lost your touch.
The official suspicions for the Dutch one were over 50% for the correct person, I think.
Yeah.
Which we had too a couple of weeks ago. Wout was really, I mean, the rest was trailing him.
Yeah.
And we were asking ourselves, is that a problem? And of course it's not, because it's nice.
No,
so now it has settled a little.
Yeah.
But not, I mean, with the general audience. With like the real guy, the mole nerds like us, he would still be probably the number one suspect.
Yeah,
but
I think
the general audience, it's quite.
Yeah, because I mean, I've got all the the weekly ones noted down there because we were talking about it a few days ago, and he didn't top the official ones till the week before last, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
He was always up there, but he was never number one.
Those are always the dangerous ones.
Yeah.
But I would have loved it for him to be at number one, because people would have switched on that idea alone, I think.
Yeah.
Which would have been cool. Maybe you would have switched. No,
I was driving the Wout bus this time, going, I'm doing it until he goes.
Well done, sir.
I'm proud of
without
myself.
a doubt,
Yeah.
I believe, is the slogan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Should be a copywriter too.
I was the conductor of the Wout train. Choo choo.
So thank you for making the trip once more.
Our pleasure as always.
I hope you enjoyed it. And,
as long as I have new countries to visit, I'll keep coming out.
Yeah, this one's always the same. And it's dreary and grey and.
He's only ever here for 2 days a year.
Oh,
He goes to other countries otherwise. He was in Morocco on Thursday.
Yeah, I came in from Morocco. Yeah, and there's a guy from Belgium and a guy from the Netherlands that I met in my hostel in Morocco. So they're explaining the show to a woman from Switzerland.
Okay.
And then the guy from the Netherlands left, and then I came into the room. So she's probably thinking, well, this guy's definitely not seen it. And then I end up being like the one guy in Canada who's following along. Yeah.
You do it better than them.
Yeah, and then the guy from Belgium's like, I've been in Morocco. I don't want any spoilers for the last episode. I haven't seen it yet. And he was like trying to find any way to try and catch up on the last week's episode. So he was just completely blown away that there's this whole other community online.
It is still mind blowing to a lot of us.
Yeah.
That it exists and that people do the effort to subtitle it and to then watch it. So thank you once more.
It's the best show on TV anyway. I'm not just saying that because we're here.
That is too much honor, but thank you.
I say it even in private.
Yeah, public and private. Yeah.
No, I genuinely did. I was doing a quiz show audition on Wednesday, and it invariably goes to them all because they say, "What do you podcast about?" And it's a beloved show in the UK, and I always end up saying, "Flanders is the best version."
But they don't have a clue, of course.
No, they don't have a clue that it's still on.
We should try to sell it to the Beeb or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, all the traitors are coming to the BBC at the moment, so it's not actually out of the question.
True.
You joke about it, but India's on at the moment. Canada starts next week, I think.
That's a shit show. True.
Some versions are good. We watched Quebec last night.
No, the Flemish one is actually pretty well made, but I'm not too much into the idea. It's a rival, of course.
Yeah.
Don't be too nice about rival.
Yeah.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Wout. Hello. How are we? Are you good?
Yeah,
nice to meet Michael.
Thank you.
So, you're the mole.
Yes,
and I knew. You are the only mole I've ever guessed on a finale.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And I was on you from week one.
It's a good sign.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I didn't doubt myself for once this year. How did it feel to know you were going to be the mole?
It was like it was mind blowing because it's like a dream to take part of the program. But the moment they told me I will be the mole, it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you get to be there all the time.
Coming true,
You get to do everything.
Yeah.
What was the sabotage you were most proud of?
The most proud of, I think the rally race.
Yeah.
Because that was the moment they said you are how you say the
most trusted.
Yeah, the most trusted player. Mm-hmm. So it was like, okay, put me on the 3,000 euro. I will not get it.
Yeah. Did you stall that car? Did you deliberately put it out again?
No, it was literally broken.
It was real. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering that because I was suspicious at that time. Anyway.
I saw it on the internet.
Yeah,
it was.
It was probably me.
It was right.
Yeah.
It was the car, not the mole.
Yeah, it was the car, not the mole. Yeah.
I know there were stories that car was very broken.
Yeah, they were really broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you? How much better is your drum beat rhythm since filming? Have you practiced since Whitney Houston?
Yeah, but, I practiced on it, so I could do it perfectly. But it was as the Mol. You don't put it on the beat.
Do you think you'll be able to do it while hula hooping at the same time?
We can try. We can try, but it's difficult, I think.
Yeah. You still owe us a hula hoop, by the way.
Yeah.
I've not forgotten. Don't think I've forgotten that. We could test it out if you want.
You two can hula hoop.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, and then hula hooping and walking is like really difficult.
Not a chance. I don't have the coordination, and I know I don't.
It would take a lot of port wine to convince me to give that a try.
How does it feel to know there's a not just Dutch-speaking community for this show?
It's really special that you are here. It's really special for me. So, you're from Canada?
Yeah, I'm from Canada. Yeah,
and I'm from England.
From England.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, you're a long trip.
Yeah.
Especially for the Mol.
Yeah. I usually extend it out to go to other places in Europe or nearby for a few weeks every May. But yeah.
So and how you watch it in Canada or England? It's like subtitles?
Yeah, there's someone who subtitles it. So
there's someone who subtitles it.
Yeah, so this year they did Café de Mol and they behind the scenes as well, but we've always had subtitles for.
But it's not live. You don't watch it live.
No, we watch it the evening afterwards or whatever. So
cool. That's very cool.
The only time we watch it without subtitles is when we're here.
And is there some program in England or Canada like the same as the Mol?
We had it in 2001, and it's always been a show that's talked about in TV circles in the UK.
Okay.
And it's not been on since 2001, and then it's never been in Canada.
No, Canada can't. We have our TV industry is not good. Yeah.
No. Okay.
It requires any sort of Canadian reality show requires a lot of sponsors, and it's like really involved in the show.
Yeah.
So it ends up being like you're watching a commercial instead of watching a TV show.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What was your favorite challenge of the season?
My favorite challenge, it was the match against the children. It was very unique. It was once in a lifetime because I'm a soccer player myself.
Yeah.
So I never played against so many children.
Did you try not to gloat too much when you scored a goal against all of the children?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The most evil thing you did was push in line at that burger van.
But I scored.
You did. You were the only one who did.
Yeah.
Afterwards, they had to play the second game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
We were with like 8 players, and it was still difficult.
Yeah.
Oh really? Like with the full squad?
Yeah, with the full squad, with camera guys. They all came in, and it was still difficult.
Yeah.
I think you would need 100 Canadians to beat one of those kids in a soccer game. I think. Did you have a fun time always reacting to the green screen and have to fake that relief each time?
That was a thing I practiced at home, so I was like,
Just like for
the easiest thing is to put your hands on your mouth because you
can't react.
They can't see your mimic, so it's better. Yeah.
Does your wife know yet?
No, my wife doesn't know it.
Even better.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of explaining to do then.
Yep.
You have to bring some pastel donatas.
But I earned a lot of points to choose for 30. How do you say it?
Pastfragen, yeah.
Pastfragen?
Yeah.
How do you say it in English?
We just use Pastfragen anyway.
Yeah.
Because we've watched this show too much. Yeah. He's actually got one of the Pastfragen.
Okay.
Gilles gave us a...
The wooden Pastfragen.
Yeah.
Okay. I got one next to my laptop.
I got a Vrijstelling last year and he got the Oka. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Saunders?
Nothing super specific, no. I think we covered most.
Thank you for a fun season then.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you are here. It's a pleasure to
our
have
pleasure,
you.
Yeah. Lovely to meet you. Thank you, Wout.
Thanks.
So Julie, welcome.
Thank you.
Well done for winning. I thought you were going to.
Really? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He thought you were the Mol.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I was wrong this year.
Not too disappointed.
It's the first time that I've been right and he hasn't.
Okay.
So it's extra special this year.
Yeah.
What was the point you were on Wout? When did you start suspecting him?
It was quite late because I thought it was very important to keep all information in the book. Also because then I could do a small recap for myself. Every time, every episode. Let's say that someone would go to their homes. So it was quite late that the puzzle pieces were falling together, and that I thought, okay, maybe it's worth it to fill in some questions more focused on Wout, and it was not a bad idea.
Was there a particular challenge that made you suspect him?
No particular challenge actually. It was just like a summary of everything that I wrote in my book. That I thought, okay, maybe I should pay a little bit more attention to what he's doing. So
How are you and Henri going to spend the money?
The first thing that I would like to do is go out with the group because I really miss them. We couldn't see each other for a couple of months.
Right.
So I'm quite happy that I see them again, and I'm really looking forward to do something together with them. And besides this, because my boyfriend he couldn't attend actually in Portugal. I would like to revisit Portugal some months later, and we also would like to buy a dog together, and I think it would be very nice to adopt a dog that's living in Portugal on the streets, so go for an adoption.
Are you going to take him to the soccer field to play a game of soccer against all those kids again?
Maybe, if I know where the soccer field is, I could.
Did he understand you not bringing him in exchange for the pass fragen?
He understood, but at the moment he just heard the information like you're not supposed to come anymore, and not any further information. So when I heard that information, I also thought, okay, he must have a lot of questions at home. But afterwards he was only very happy for me that I could play my game, and he only hoped that I would be in the game for much longer until the end.
So no regrets? No
regrets.
What was it like to go through a whole season with Papa Bear Gilles da Costa?
It was so nice because Gilles, especially when you're such a fan of the program, then Gilles is also your idol. So I was very happy to go through the whole season with Gilles and also with all my friends, the new friends that I made.
What was your favorite challenge?
I think my favorite challenge was at the toilets, because I was the first one that went in there, and it was very nice to just see. Okay, here's there's money and it's counting off. So I was very happy and eager to find out what the goal was and what we had to do before the others entered. But it was also actually more amusing when Jana came into the room and then Wout and Yannis.
And do you think you danced better at the Macarena than Yannis does at singing?
Oh, that's very difficult because really I don't think I can dance very good.
Better than him.
But indeed I was so happy that the challenge was next to Gilles because I think I'm a little bit a better dancer than Gilles.
After years of us being friends with Gilles, that was just a delight for us to watch.
I really loved the challenge. It was very nice.
Do you think you could have beat him at jet skiing too?
With the jet skiing, I wouldn't know because I'm quite clumsy. So I also see myself just falling off before I even got I could get the chance to guess what the picture was about.
Did you ever want to be the mole?
Yes, of course. I think everyone that's that sends like the questions and the curriculum to join the mole, that everyone wants to be it. But afterwards, I'm really very happy that that I was able to be just a participant because I really loved looking for the mole, and it was like really a journey.
Do you think you would have done well as a mole?
I think I would have done well, but not better than Wout.
You think people would have caught on to you quite early if you were the mole?
Yeah, on the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, what I see is that that there are a lot of people that were not suspecting me through the whole season. So yeah, on that side, I think it would have been nice that I would have been the mole, because then the suspicion would be very low.
Yeah.
But I think in the challenges that no one could have done it better than Wout.
Yeah.
How many pastel de nadas did you have during the course of filming?
Really one.
Yeah, just one?
Yeah.
It was just one. Yeah, it was one chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we really have anything specific?
Don't think so.
No?
Come out, yeah.
Oh, how surprised were you to learn that there's like this whole English language community for the mole?
It's super nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know actually. So what's the podcast?
Reality TV Warriors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. And how did you came?
How did we start watching?
Yeah.
There used to be the United States had their own version like 25 years ago,
Yeah.
and then the UK had
Yeah,
their own version.
I watched the
around
UK
that
one
time
in
too.
2001, and then
Yeah.
it's always been a show that everyone in TV in the UK talks about, but no
Yeah.
one's brought back.
Okay, yeah,
So.
because it's a very nice program.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite, and also of a lot of other
Yeah.
Belgians here.
Yeah, and then it started getting subtitled when it came back in 2016, and then we started podcasting it in 2018.
Okay,
And
a lot of seasons actually.
Yeah, and Gilles sent a message just being like, even in Canada they watch me? And it's like, yes, Gilles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Sadly, in Canada, we've never had our own
He's-
version.
Yeah.
He's an international legend.
He really is. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
How soon did you get onto Wout? Were you quite late?
Really late.
Yeah.
Indeed. How exactly? I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Because there is
'Cause it
another
plays into it,
episode, but really late. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of got the vibe from last week that you weren't 100% on him yet.
Yeah. I was a really bit into him, but
Yeah.
not completely sure.
Yeah.
So I was really doubting it, but in the final episode, I was fully
Fully
into
on
it.
it. Yeah. What was your favourite challenge?
There are so many fun challenges. You have the challenge with on the boat with Wout. Then you have the tortilla challenge. I really like
Yeah.
that. But the most
Memorable, yeah.
was the one with the footballers.
Oh, yeah.
The small Portuguese
Yeah.
players. It's just you have to walk, you have to run, and then you have to make sure you don't
Run over them.
run over them.
Yeah.
Indeed. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Do you think Andreas will be really happy with you making it to the end of the season?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. It was really difficult to pretend that he was my brother.
Yeah.
Because we were not really quite. Hoe zei je dat?
Vibing.
Not really vibing, but het uiterlijk.
He didn't look alike.
Yeah, we were not lookalikes, so we have to. In Netherlands and Dutch we say je moet rutlul, but
You have to talk yourself out of it.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
So it was really difficult, but in the end I made it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your Pasvragen out of it.
Indeed.
Did you have any regrets about not letting your brother come? Or?
No, not really. I love my brother, but it's not. I can miss him for several weeks without crying or dying.
Yeah.
So no. It was okay.
Yeah.
Have you used a hula hoop since the end of the season, or do you have hula hoop
not
trauma
yet.
now?
No, not yet. But I think that's something like riding a bike. You don't learn that.
Yeah.
So I think if I take a hula hoop and I swing a little bit, it would just work along.
Do you think you could hula hoop to the Macarena successfully? Like
No. My dancing skills are not that good, so I doubt it. Did you like Gilles dancing?
Yeah. I mean, we've known Gilles for years now, and
he's known as Papa Bear.
Yeah, it was our.
He's Papa Bear Gilles de Costa.
It was one of our favourite challenges, just from the perspective of.
For me too. Just from looking at it.
To do things.
Oh, how many pastel donados did you eat during the course of filming?
A lot. A lot. I think every day one.
At least one,
maybe. Yeah.
Was it a superstition? Like if I eat one, I'll stay in the game
a
little bit longer?
No. It was well. We Julie and I drank a beer every time before an elimination, and who made it till the end? Julie and I.
Yeah.
So everyone, all the next candidates should drink one beer before an elimination.
Yeah. So next year, whoever's an alcoholic in the cast will surely win the game.
Yeah, probably.
Did you want to be the mole?
I really wanted it, but I don't know if I couldn't.
Yeah.
Because I'm really competitive, and I always try to do my best. So I doubt that I could do the job that would.
Yeah.
How bad was the hangover after the bull riding challenge when everybody had the night out?
Oh,
and then it cuts to everyone.
Indeed, that was in Lisbon. I was really drunk. Yeah, I think you can tell by my eyes. I was looking a bit in all directions, but my head was a little bit bonking.
Yeah.
Did you have to do a quiz that day, or was it the next day that you had to take the?
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Because that would be a good day to have Passfrog in there. Be like, I'm not 100% today. Need things to be a little bit easier.
I know the directors are cruel, but not that cruel.
Yeah.
So I really can't remember.
Who was usually like in control of the playlist, like in the car?
Yeah.
Most of all, just co-pilot.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not a specific order. Just the person that's co-pilot.
Yeah. No one fights over what music gets played in
maybe
the car.
Maybe Julie a little bit. the queen of the season. No. It's just co-pilot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else?
No,
Michael?
I think I'm good.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you for
you
being a part of a great season again.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So it is 5:20, and we are in that fun period now where it's after we've talked to everyone and before I'm really allowed to go outside and be smug with everyone. And I know there are listeners to our podcast who are coming into this finale tonight, and I'm mainly directing this at Elijah, but you're wrong, and I can't wait to tell you that. Cannot wait. So I'm going to go for a wander. I think Saunders is going to do some more bits outside if it stops raining, as he did last year. But this is kind of that fun intervening period, I guess, before we can really talk about it publicly, about the fact that you should have listened to me every week.
The food and drinks have now been taken away. I think I ate 4 sandwiches and about 6 or 7 pastel donados over the past 4 hours. Maybe 5 hours. I feel quite proud of myself. Might prove to be quite difficult to get through the crowd. There's the contestants and Jill aren't even arriving by the BMWs for another half an hour, 40 minutes, and it's going to be a bit tight. Oh, there's Michael. All right. We're trying the game of trying to get outside. I know all of the stairs are completely full outside right now, but I'm going to do my best. The on-again, off-again rain this year has kept people a little bit more inside compared to last year's crazy intense sunshine. Antwerp weather is always really unpredictable in that sense. So many people. So earlier, while Michael was away, I spent a lot of time talking to the bartender or the server I learned that she studied for a year in New York. She studied theater. And then she also studied in Prague for a year. And then the rest of her life, she's lived here in Antwerp. The people you meet at Mol finales. I've been trying to play the game of Spot the Alumni. It's tough to pick out alumni amongst a crowd of about, what is this? Couple thousand, few thousand fans on the steps and inside of Kinepolis. But I also have partial facial blindness, which probably isn't really helping me at all either. I thought I spotted Nora about 7 or 8 times. They just interviewed Vincent. They're going through the early boots. Oh, Christoph. I hear he really likes to binge watch Flemish Seinfeld while drinking port wine. I can't understand what they're saying at all, but seems like they're all having fun. It's a shame Christoph didn't make it further. Seems like a very fun guy. The rain is starting to come down. I must protect the microphone at all costs. Well, almost all costs. Dries is here. Legend has it, he has an even bigger guitar than Matt Barr. Yannis is taking a lot of selfies amongst the people along the railing. Oh, he's even signing autographs too. Dude is just loving his 15 minutes of fame. Wout, Maxim, Vincent, and Abigail have had the biggest reactions from the crowd so far. Oh, and of course, Papa Bear, Gilles DaCosta. Everyone has arrived by car, so everyone's trying to rush inside to get out of the rain. Maybe get some last-minute selfies or autographs, but otherwise, I think everyone's trying to file in. As am I right now. Beat at least a chunk of the crowd, hopefully. Alright, we're moving at about 5 steps every minute. Now would be a really great time to try and do some crowd surfing like a rock concert. Or like Tomorrowland. I don't know why, but there's random cheering and shouting. I wish I knew the context for it. Maybe there's a soccer game going on? Or Yannis is dancing? Who knows? Alright, we're making progress. I would say there's one smaller crowd to push through. And then I can get to the tape. Alright, we did it. Made it through. It was actually a lot faster than last year making it through. Maybe the rain kept some people away. Who knows? Or maybe I've just gotten really aggressive with pushing through a crowd. No, I was actually really passive again. And I definitely was a lot faster than Michael was last year. I think he got caught in the crowd for like 30 minutes, he was saying. He didn't even try going out on the steps for the red carpet arrivals this time. I always like to make the effort to get out there because it's such a surreal thing that most people don't even believe me when I talk about it.
So it all has finished now. We are back in the hotel room at just after 11 o'clock. Are you still ashamed of your suspicions this season?
I have no shame.
It is very pleasant to go there and have Gilles only tell me off for being a bit too cocky rather than being an absolute fuck up.
You're being really cocky this time, Michael. But you are right as a consolation prize.
Yeah, I think I could tell that Gilles was a little bit disappointed when he greeted us and he said, "Who are you on this year?" And I said, "Wow." Since the start, he's like, "Oh, okay, great."
The alumni were trying to read our faces to figure out who the mole was even before the ending of the finale aired.
Yeah, we got recognised by a lot of people this year. I know we were chatting about it on the way back, but it's absolutely mad to me that this little podcast has been to Belgium 5 times to actually cover this properly, and 6 times including Brussels, and then we actually have started having alumni come up to us and go, "Oh, I remember you guys. You're the Stupid English podcast, aren't you?"
Well, I know that Mikhail follows like my travels.
Yeah.
Alexei does a bit, and I've also DM'd. I think I told the pasta drinking game story before on the podcast a few weeks ago, or did that come up?
I don't know whether it did actually.
Yeah, so I was
over at a friend's house playing a drinking game, and you just pick up a card, and it can be something like tell a dirty story, or name 20 mammals in 10 seconds. It can be a whole range of things. So it was this new drinking game with all these new cards to use, and one of them was each person takes a turn naming a type of pasta, and whoever fails has to drink. So of course when it was my turn, I said tagliatelle just to confuse the hell out of everybody. Which of course is just an inside joke for myself out of everyone that was at that party that night. So right after that happened, I texted Senna, Bernard, and Mikhail through Instagram saying, "By the way,
you're still inspired."
Yeah, tagliatelle came up again today.
Yeah.
So and then I know Mikhail follows my travel stories, and then Annalise. I think I've got Annalise on Facebook actually.
Yeah, we love Annalise. I know.
I think she's the one I probably have consistently talked to the most at the finale. I think this is the third, or I think there's only been one finale where I didn't have a conversation with her.
I know we were discussing it yesterday anyway when we were talking about Annalise. I think she's the alumni who likes the alumni to stick together as much as possible. She likes them all to be a fraternity and a sorority, and I think she's just a genuinely very nice person.
Yeah, because you can tell she's probably the one who puts together the get-togethers for the South Africa cast.
Yeah, I would assume so, definitely. But yeah, it was very weird for me to get recognised, because obviously you get recognised from the fact that you follow them, they follow you on Instagram, and
I'm a lot more active on Instagram than you are.
Way more active on Instagram than I am, and yeah, it was just weird for me to start getting people waving, going, "You from the podcast?" In particular, Mikhail, who I'd forgotten we didn't actually speak to at the Sicily finale.
Yeah, because what I remember is at the Sicily finale, he was off to the side. It was like right before when Van Boel and I always forget the other guy's name who we talk to every year. He's always one of the handlers for Van Boel's always assigned to one person, and then he's assigned to one person.
I think it's Wouter, but I will have to fact check that.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, because he has. I think it was last year. I was going to the bathroom, and he had quite a long chat with me about who I suspected when we both came out of the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, they were all trying to whisk away the final 3. I think we were talking to Bernard. I think was the last person.
Sounds about right. I think we tend to prioritize Gilles and the Mol first, and then try and speak to whoever else we can.
Yeah, so I think it was Bernard at the very end, and then Mikhail overheard me refer to Gilles as Papa Bear Gilles DaCosta, and Mikhail's just laughing to himself off to the side.
Yeah, it was just very weird for me knowing that we hadn't really had a conversation with Mikhail. I know we follow and everything, all that sort of stuff. It was weird that he was the one who actually recognised me more than anyone else. And we had a lot of long conversations with him and Bernard.
Well, yeah, they were seated one row behind us, so anytime there was a break, one or both of us would go over and talk to them.
Yeah, it was a very fun finale, I think. That finale episode is going to be very fun to talk about on Thursday.
Yeah.
Especially the revenge on Gilles after 10 years.
It's kind of funny that it happens just 1 month after Jeff Probst participates in his first ever challenge on Survivor in Survivor 50.
Yeah, the difference is Gilles actually likable.
Yeah, and he didn't say, I credit this idea to Jimmy Fallon or to... I don't even know who the...
I was going to say, this is where you have to try and... this is where you have to try and name literally anyone you saw on Café de Mol this evening.
The guy who looks like Jonah Hill?
Yeah, I know the one you mean. I'm not going to tell you his name, but I know the one you mean.
Let's go with the Flemish Jonah Hill.
Yeah. I also have to say hello to Elijah, who I did end up coming out of the cinema screen to say hello to, and you're a loser. he was very magnanimous in defeat, even though he was very wrong at the same time. Not that I'm gloating in the slightest.
You just went over to another cinema just to throw it in somebody's face, throwing up the L on your forehead.
To be fair to him, I sent him a message saying, "Are you ready to face me yet?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll go outside your cinema screen." So he came to me. He agreed to the mockery that he so richly deserved for thinking it was Maxim.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do next season. I know Gilles said they'd decided the location next season.
That's he's never said that before.
Yeah.
He has said we have it down to 2 or 3, or we're pretty sure where it is, I think is the most definitive answer.
Yeah.
But today definitely was the very first time he said, I know where we're going for next season.
Which makes me think it maybe is filming a little bit earlier than October, November, like it did this year.
Yeah, it's been a few hours now since we first saw the finale. Was it 10 hours ago now?
Something like that, yeah.
And I still think, I wish there was a way they could make it some sort of tradition where they can make that a final 3 tradition of each person faces off against Gilles in the minigame. Don't do it like the exact same way stylistically, but I think making that as a final 3 tradition, I think is something that they could toss around the idea of doing. Of course, it has to be different tasks, so there's always the novelty of it.
Yeah, I think maybe not every season, but maybe every couple, just to sort of keep him on his toes so he never knows when it's coming.
Right.
Because I get the impression that he did not know that challenge was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
He probably thought they were filming something else that day. And then it's, oh yeah, by the way, you're going to be facing off against everyone. Have fun.
Yeah. But I really like that and the remix of the Loved Ones challenge this season. Those two have really stood out to me by season's end.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what the reaction to that final challenge is, I think, for me. Because obviously we've had 10 hours to process it and know that they could have, in theory, smashed their entire pot away.
Yeah, and that would not have gone over well at all.
No, I'm pretty sure that even them losing €500 is going to go down not brilliantly with some people.
I've thought about it. I've thought about the whole structure to that challenge. I don't know how I feel about a net loss on a final challenge.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there was legitimately €10,000 they could get, but Wout did sabotage a lot in that challenge, and and that's the thing I've been pondering too the past few hours is knowing there were so many ways for Wout to sabotage it, but there wasn't really a way for. I've been trying to brainstorm ways that Julie and Maxim could have worked around Wout's sabotages, and I don't know if they really could, because it's either he's the one catching the tiles, or they have to rely on him to use the hula hoop, or to do one of the active mini games.
Yeah, I think I was saying this. I don't think you were there when I was saying this, having this conversation with Mikhail. I'm not sure it was a wise idea if both of them suspected him to put him on that last challenge where it was worth as much as the previous two. But the other side of that is, do you really want them all left alone on that tile board for the last round where the tiles are going to be worth more that drop?
And I don't know if Wout would have wanted that much money to come out at the final challenge when both people are on him. I think
the threat of the money coming out is stronger than the actual practice of the money coming out.
I think the only way you're allowed to really deduct a lot of money from the pot in that challenge is if it's a Leonard situation where nobody is on you, and it's sort of like punishing the group for not unmasking them all. That, I think, is understandable. But in this case, both people knew it was Wout, and there was really, I think there just wasn't a way to really play around him.
No, I think it's tough to play around, but I think they probably could have done. It's just,
I mean, Maxim had the best idea there in the last mini game of okay, I'll do all the work. All you have to do is just run over to push the button, and I'll try to catch the tile.
But I clocked him tripping on the hula hoop when he dropped it, which probably cost him a second, which is probably all they needed to
make sure the tile fell.
To guarantee that $5,000 wasn't going in the pot.
Yeah.
Because I clocked it the first time. It's a very novel experience watching the finale twice with two very different situations.
Well, it's just like rewatching an episode of The Office or one of your favorite movies, as you pick up on progressively more and more smaller and smaller and more minute details.
It is
with each viewing.
It is, but also you're not surrounded by 1,000 people.
Yeah, reacting
to it, or whatever that cinema screen holds. It's probably about 500, I reckon. It's a completely different experience watching it with 500 strangers who don't know what you know.
Yeah.
Than watching it with, say, 20 in the press room.
I think a lot of people at Kinepolis were on Wout, because I think that was the smallest reaction I've seen to a Mol reveal.
Yeah, I think people who'd I think they were less on Wout and more not on Julie and Maxim.
Yeah,
I think they'd sort of ruled out the other two, and it was, oh yeah, it must be Wout, rather than being as gung ho, choo choo, conducting the Wout train like I was.
Yeah.
It was just the vindication for me.
Yeah, and the ending was the most anticipated outcome, it seems like, for most people that were at the theater that day, and of course online. Even though they said it was 34% on this person, that's just the whole TV viewing audience. It's not people who are intense enough about the show to physically go to Antwerp or to Kinepolis to watch it.
Yeah, I think that must have been the shift in positions after they announced them on Wednesday, I think. So it's 34 on Julie, 31 on Maxim, 35 on Wout, I think it was.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
But just by everyone that we talked to, it seemed like there were a lot of people that said, yeah, I'm almost certain it's got to be Wout.
I think the alumni were confident.
Yeah.
Which doesn't normally happen.
I think even in the press room too, there wasn't as aside from you, there wasn't as loud of a reaction compared to.
Yeah, I was going to say
there wasn't, which is fine. It's not a critique, but it's just interesting to observe that.
Yeah, it was skewed by the fact you were sat next to me, going, "I was right," which was my first reaction, and I'm not sure whether I got told off by someone behind us for that. But I was, which is all that matters. Any final thoughts this evening before we sort of think about it over the next week and a half?
I'm trying to think of what other fun little moments happened. It's tough to just. I mean, I don't know if everyone knows this that listens, but we're usually there for about a little over 9 hours from start to finish.
Yeah, it was a 12:30 goal time again this year. We have had it as late as about 2 before, but it was 12:30 this year and last year, definitely.
And I think we left there at about
10ish.
Yeah.
So it's a long old day.
Overall, though, I think it was definitely a fun season. It's interesting to contrast it with Thailand last year. What do you think? Do you think they're going to stick with another Europe location for next year? Because we talked to Gilles, and he said it's still tough, logistically, to produce any TV show like this. But he said it sounded like it was way easier to not worry about obstacles, and of course, Portugal is one of the cheaper countries to visit within Europe, and and of course that means also much closer geographically, and they were able to transport all of their supplies overland rather than have it ship it halfway across the world too.
Bindles and I had this conversation in a bit that I ended up cutting off last week's episode just because it's more of a reunion discussion, but my gut says that they're probably going to stay in Europe, but I think maybe Eastern Europe.
Do you think they'll try to go for former Yugoslavia, other than Croatia?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it will be somewhere sort of maybe around Croatia, one of those countries around there, because they've not really explored that part of the world. And the closest is Greece, obviously, but I don't think they're going to want to risk long-haul flights with how the fuel situation's going down at the moment, and with the danger that would come through flying through certain countries, because for Vietnam they flew with Qatar, I think, and I can't remember who they flew with for Thailand, but I don't think it was a direct flight. So they'd have to change somewhere. It would most likely be the Middle East, and I don't think they'd want to risk that at the moment and have to completely recalibrate with 4 weeks' notice or whatever.
They could do Morocco.
Yeah, well, Morocco's obviously one of the infamous countries that were about to have Mol and then never did. But even that, the Netherlands were only going to do half a season there.
Yeah, that's when they were splitting it between Morocco and Spain.
Yeah, I think with how much they like to travel, I think they maybe need a bit more than Morocco.
Something that really appeals to them.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be able to do an entire season in Morocco and have it feel unique to each place.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I know they probably would, but I think they'd have a tougher time to be able to make the landscapes look as different as they want and as different as they try to with this show.
Could do, Sahara. I mean, Agadir's. I mean, you're right. They could do like Tamarack with the surf town that I was just there a few days ago.
Because if you think with Portugal, they covered a lot of ground in Portugal. They did basically the entire north to south trip. Yes. Arguably half of that was in the last 2 episodes, but...
And that's in contrast to Thailand, where they weren't really able... Like with Thailand, you think of Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Phuket, and they were mainly just around the Bangkok area, like Bangkok, Ayutthaya, and...
Then they went to Phuket.
Pattaya. Oh yeah, Phuket was at the very end?
Yeah. Yeah, so they did still cover a fair amount of ground in Thailand. It was just a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
I think with somewhere like Morocco, they'd probably have a tougher time to make it visually different.
Right.
So yeah, my guess would be somewhere in Eastern Europe. Sort of maybe Croatia, and it'd be hilarious if it is, because obviously that's the rumour for the Dutch streaming season. But are they gonna keep accusing of one show copying the other or not care? Yeah, I just think it'd be very funny if they end up sort of following the trail of Vidum again and doing it better. But yeah, that would be my guess.
Well, is there anything that surprised you about... I mean, we got a few minutes with each of the final 3. Like last year, Alexei was the big surprise when we interviewed him. Was there anyone that was different than what you were expecting?
I don't think so this year, actually. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised with Alexei because we didn't see much of him. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think we actually got quite a good sense of
all three personalities.
Of Gilles and Maxim especially. Because I obviously I had the measure of Wout fairly quickly, and I felt like he was doing what you would do in his position as a mole.
Yeah.
So I think I got the measure of him quite quickly. Gilles and Maxim, we didn't really see that much of it early in the season, but I think they were overshadowed by the bigger personalities. Any final thoughts?
The weather cooperated more than I thought it would today.
Yeah, it was pretty dry today.
I went outside during the red carpet arrivals while you stayed inside, and actually it was the outdoor area. There was way more space on the steps compared to the last couple of years.
Yeah, I don't think there were as many people this year.
And
it was heaving last year.
And it only rained for about 2, maybe 3 minutes during the whole red carpet arrival.
Yeah, it absolutely beat it down when we were watching the finale, but that didn't really affect us. It was pretty horrible while we were watching the finale.
Yeah, and I did some recordings, which will probably be thrown in here while I was outside, and who got the bigger reactions and who didn't.
Yeah.
And Yannis was definitely having fun signing autographs and taking selfies with anybody who was along the railing outside.
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't get to interact with Isabelle or Yannis, to be honest. I think they both would have been our kind of people.
Yeah.
Not to say that anyone we spoke to wasn't, but after years of watching the show, I've got a pretty good measure on what sort of people are going to get on with us and in a big way, and I think both of them would.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else.
Cool. In that case, we'll see you on Thursday.
Peace out and just chill till the next flavoring.
And Saunders was wrong. Ha ha.